guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to join my little YouTube family. Here we are, 2018, and this is my first video that I'll be posting this year. As you guys can tell, if you guys do follow me, I did take a little break, my little social media cleanse that I would like to call it, and I feel so much better, so I'm ready to get back into filming. I actually missed it a little bit. So yeah, here we are. So today I'm going to be using my Huda beauty palette. I got this a little bit before I took my break. I showed it in my Sephora haul, and I used it once already just to try it out because it was sitting in my collection. I'm like, I have to try it at least once. So I used it for my New Year's look. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, that was my picture back into the gram, and I actually did a look using this palette. That's the picture, and I tagged all the information down there, so if you guys like to see it, just head to my Instagram and just know that I used this palette. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the eyes. As you guys can kind of tell, I already have my face makeup on. I did it very glowy. I did the highlight pretty intense. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but in person it is pretty intense. I do kind of want to focus more on the eyes and the lips, so I'm gonna do a simple eye look. Hopefully, I don't know, sometimes I say that and then I go overboard, but that's the goal. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids using a concealer. The one I have in hand is the Maybelline. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit on top. And of course, you can use any concealer, or you can use like a Painterly pot or anything along those lines. I'm just gonna go ahead and buff it. I'm using the Morphe G38. This is a little bit big for my eyelids, but in the last few weeks I noticed that I got like a dry spot right here and it's not going away. It's so strange, but I'm hoping it goes away because my skin has been a little bit more on the drier side. I guess because of the weather. Even though here in California it hasn't been too cold, I feel like my face is actually feeling it, which is kind of weird. But okay, so now that we have our eyelids primed, I'm gonna go ahead and set it with the color Desert Sand, which is this first color here. And it's more on the peachy side, which is okay. It's just to set our concealer. And I'm just gonna use like a flat fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M209, and I'm just gonna set it. I'll have to admit that it is a little bit weird coming back on camera. I mean, it's weird, but it's kind of exciting just because I found myself some days kind of missing filming, or sometimes like I'll get a look in mind and I'm like, I'm gonna write it down so I can do it, because mentally I'm like, yeah, I want to film, but like physically I didn't have the energy. I'm just like, I need a break. But I feel so much better now, and I'm like, I have a list of videos and I'm excited. Okay, so next color I'm gonna grab is Eden, which is on the same row, and it's this color right here. And then I'm using the Morphe 504, and I'm just gonna focus it on the crease, but keeping it higher. My neighbors are literally right outside my door having a full-on life recap out there. So annoying. It's like, go inside and have some tea. They're saying bye, guys. This is the struggle about living in an apartment complex, is that there's like a certain time to a certain time that people just mind their own business and they're inside their homes where I can film and it be quiet. So for the most part, when I do voiceovers, it's because there's people outside and I can't film. But I always prefer to do actual, you know, interaction, live interaction, I would call it, for me, live, than going in and doing a voiceover. I don't know, it just feels more organic this way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the color Blazing. Oh, I just scratched. That always happens. So this is the color Blazing. It's orangey color. I'm gonna show you guys. I just dipped it once. And we're gonna focus that color right on the crease line. And I'm doing that just so there's a smooth transition from the color Eden to Blazing. And then just buff away. I'm going to build the color and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out using that same brush, the M504. Okay, so now that I look crazy, I'm going to go ahead and blend both eyes out using that brush. And just blend till you feel like both colors are well blended in and there's no harsh lines between the transition. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the color Saffron. It's very hard to not go with these color scheme just because of the color scheme of the palette, but you know, these two colors, I feel like they always look good together. So I'm going to go ahead and again just focus it under the other two colors, and we're just going to buff. I'm going to go ahead and probably bring it all the way in, but of course diffusing the color as I go in. Make sure that you drag it up a little bit higher just so the color doesn't get lost when we carve out our crease, because that sometimes happens to me that I don't drag the colors high enough and then I try to define my crease and my colors get lost. Guys, what I've been seeing all the drama in YouTube, like with the whole monetization or all that stuff. I personally don't monetize my videos. I just film just because I like to film and stuff. But I've noticed that people have been complaining that their videos have been demonetized and or they aren't getting as much ad revenue, which I think is so scary when you just depend on your YouTube money, or your, you know, YouTube is your full-time job, and then just getting a pay cut like just randomly. It's crazy and scary. It's having YouTube people panic, which I can see why. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and deepen out the crease just a little bit, and I'm gonna use the color Ode, this one right here, and I'm gonna use the tiniest bit just because I don't really want to darken the look. I want to kind of keep it looking the way it's looking, just a little bit deeper, because when I use my, you guys see. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I'm just gonna do the tiniest bit. I think that brush is too, I've been thinking about doing a Q&A in the next few videos down, because I have gotten questions well, some just people wondering like what I used to film, or like my personal life, you know, asking me to do more tags, which I've been wanting to, but it's just, I don't know, I just never do them. I think I might just add a, like, I haven't been asked that many questions, but some people have asked, so I might just do a tag and then just include those few recently asked questions into the tag, because I don't think I have enough personal questions to answer in one full video. So I think that would be the best option for me. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Maybelline concealer, and I'm gonna grab this flat brush. It doesn't have a name, but any flat brush you have will do. And I'm just gonna carve my lid. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the color probably this color, Nefertiti. What is it? Nefertiti. This one right there. And I'm gonna place it, let's see, in my inner corners. From my inner corners, kind of halfway. It's a super cute gold shimmery color. Keep bringing it up. I mean in. It has like a cute undertone. I can't put my finger on it, but it's just very chrome-y. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and reblend this before I add the last shimmer color. Don't be afraid to go back into whatever color you feel like you're losing, and then just kind of reshaping the crease. Because like you guys saw, I kind of took the cutting of the crease a little bit too high, and yeah, I have to kind of go back in. Okay, so for this last color, I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this liquid sugar, just because from the first time I tried the palette, I noticed that it sticks better when you use your finger, but when I use my finger, it's not as precise. I mean, I guess at the time it's because I had acrylics. I couldn't really get in there, but just to show the more efficient, easier way to do it is like this, I think, is by adding some type of glue, or like this liquid sugar. And I think it's just easier. It saves you the trouble. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add the liquid sugar, like kind of blending both colors in. And then I'm gonna go in and pick up the color Cosmo and just literally stick it on top. Also, I would say that with this palette, you have to be very careful with the pressed glitters, because if you accidentally like stick your nail in there, or like your brush too hard, it could be a disaster. Okay, at this point, your personal preference, if you want to add eyeliner or not, you guys can go ahead. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pop in some eyelashes. I might actually I am. I'm gonna go ahead and use some eyeliner to darken up my waterline. And I'm gonna be using this ColourPop cream gel liner, and it's just black. I'm sure it has a creative, cute name. Okay, so I'm gonna be reusing some eyelashes. These are from Flutter Lashes, and then they're in the style Intoxicating. They're kind of in the dramatic side, so if that's not what you're into, I would say maybe you can use some double demi wispies. I mean, those are a little bit dramatic, but not as dramatic. Or just like the demi wispies, those are pretty natural looking. Kiss has some good eyelashes too, so maybe one of those. Okay, I'm just gonna look down and try to place them in the center and the closest to the lash line. Always help when you're trying to get it as close to the lash line as possible. And don't forget to let your glue get tacky. I know it's a little annoying having to wait, but it's gonna make your eyelash experience. Okay guys, so as my eyelashes dry, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up. So I'm gonna go in and grab a little tiny brush. I'm gonna be doing, no, actually, let's do. Okay, I'm gonna use this E18 from Morphe, and it's kind of fluffy. On the bigger side, I'm gonna go in with the color Aiden. And then with a smaller brush, I'm gonna go in with the color Blazing. And then just layer We're mimicking the top. And then I'm gonna go in with the color Saffron. Just on the lower lash, on the outer corners, I'm gonna do it. Then before I add that color Ode, I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner and kind of bring it lower, a little bit lower, and then I'm gonna smoke it out. O-U-D, Ode, whatever. And I'm gonna blend that black eyeliner with that color and just kind of smoke it out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara just to blend in the falsies and with our real lashes. Okay, and just because we need to be extra glowy, I'm gonna grab a small brush. Go ahead and spray it with a little bit of just any kind of setting spray or Fix Plus you have, water, whatever you like, and then just dip it into any color that you want to use as a highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Dose of Color highlighter in Fuego, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it into the inner corners. Just looks amazing. Okay, now for lips, you can go ahead and use like a nude color, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do more of a bolder lip. I think I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay one just because I feel like it's a mixture of both colors. So there's the little applicator. Okay guys, so here's the finished product. I know it's a little bit bold on the top and on the bottom, but I mean, if you feel bold enough to wear both, then go ahead. If not, then you can always tone it down with a nude color or something more neutral, just so it's like the focus is on the eyes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first tutorial of 2018. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.